winged angel fly within my life, beside me in all I do.
Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly angel reading for September 28th through to October the 4th. So we're at the end and the beginning of another month. We are officially into autumn, and I think, have had one of the most intense months so far, or at least for a long time. I will be glad to see the back of September, I have to say. There's been good things about it too, but just super duper intense. And for me, it's actually my birthday on Wednesday, so this time is usually a time of releasing and things for me anyway. But we've just had the super full moon eclipse last night or this morning, depending on where you are in the world, and that is always a time where energy is heightened, where we might be feeling extra emotional, where it's a really good time to let go, but can kind of also add to the intensity of everything going on. So I wanted to add some lightness to our week by connecting with the fairies once again. So let's see what the fairies have to say for us, first of all, for Monday and Tuesday. Alright, so here we go. Our card for Monday and Tuesday is let go. Of course it is. It's a perfect message. As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. So this is so true. Not only is it about letting go of things that no longer serve us, but quite often letting go, surrendering, actually means saying, I don't know how my desire is going to come true. I don't know what my next step is. I'm going to give all of my worries and my desires to God and the angels and the fairies, because I know that they know how to help me, that they know what is best. And I'm going to get out of the way so that they can actually serve me, that they can intervene in ways that may be far more miraculous than I'm giving them credit for. Sometimes we may know the answers and sometimes we may not. And this is when it's a time to really say, hey, I'm going to let you deal with this, God and the angels and the fairies. However, that doesn't mean that we don't, we just want to sit and do nothing. It doesn't mean that we don't follow our guidance. It means just really trusting that unless we really receive something tangible and are really inspired to take action, that we want to get out of the way of, trying to make things happen and not forcing anything. So if that is you, if you're feeling a little stuck, particularly because this is quite an intense time, it's really important that you remember to surrender your desires as well as your worries. You don't have to always know what's going to happen or how. Remembering that our job isn't to know the how. Our job is to ask, show up, to listen, and then to receive. And so a bigger plan is at work here, and sometimes we may not know the reasons why things are happening. We may not know when, we may not know how, but God, the angels and the fairies, just like this one in the card does. And so she's just sitting, waiting, allowing herself to be inspired, and perhaps maybe talking to the little birdie there, and remembering that everything is working out even if she can't see it right now. Just a little bit like we said towards the end of the week last week, that kind of similar theme is happening, that life is working for us, not against us, and it's really about trusting that. So going into the middle of the week, guess what? Look, it's exactly the same message pretty much. Easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything and the doors will open for you. So again, if those of us who are used to controlling things or maybe have some control freak tendencies, whoa, this is going to maybe be a little bit of a challenging week. But I promise you that if these cards come up, it's really saying that there isn't anything that we need to do right now. Stop forcing things, stop pushing things. That what we're experiencing right now may be challenging and we may not know how things are going to turn out, but that really is that we need to just step out of the way so that doors can open. This card also reminds me of this joy that we're allowing to flow to us once we let go, because the dolphins are all about joy and fun and freedom. And this fairy there's a rainbow in the background saying the transformation is happening, that hope is there, that joy is right there. We just have to trust it and stop trying to kind of go against the grain, so to speak, going with the flow. And sometimes the flow just means saying, hey, I'm going to chill out right now. I'm going to take care of myself and let the rest unfold. Okay? So similar message up until we get to the end of the week. So let's see what the card is for the weekend. Oh, travel. Interesting. An upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. Oh, so those of us who are making some kind of journey this weekend, pay attention to this opportunity. Perhaps it's something that you already know is going to be really exciting for you. Sometimes it might be that it is unexpectedly great. Maybe there's a lesson in it for us somewhere that we don't know. Maybe it's about a person that we're going to meet. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to make some big journey, but if you're planning maybe to get away from your home, even just for a few hours, perhaps this is a sign that we'll receive extra blessings when we're outside of our environment. I think sometimes, especially when we've had a pretty intense time, it can be really nice to kind of be in our cave a little while, especially with the full moon, to be inward and reflective and to be gentle with ourselves. But they're saying by the weekend we're going to feel that shift in energy, and our sense of, being out in the world, our sense of adventure will start to come into play a little bit more. So it doesn't have to be a big holiday or a big business trip, but it does mean that we want to just be open to unexpected surprises and opportunities that come our way if we are in different places this weekend. So isn't that exciting? Definitely a great way to end an intense week, it seems like. So just, hold on to your hats as far as, some bumpiness, but don't hold on so tightly to what you feel should happen. Let go of the should, let go of the, fear of, uncertainty, because quite honestly, life is uncertain. We can't, be in control of every single thing. We're not God, we're not the angels, but they do have our backs. And sometimes faith means trusting that whatever is happening, it is going to work out. This seems to be a really reoccurring theme right now. It seems that because this past month has been so intense and so shaking people up, that a lot of things that we thought were going to happen haven't. So again, divine timing. Or it could be completely like we've just been thrown a big curveball and we're really being asked to trust in an even deeper way. I remember actually when I was in California, this kind of energy came up about trusting why things were or weren't happening. It seems to be that many of us have been tested in this way, these last few months. And, I don't believe God and the angels test us. I don't believe that they're punishing us in any way. They are love. But it does mean that our human challenges are helping us to look at, okay, so how am I living my life? Does this really fit with me? If things are falling away, or if relationships are changing, or I'm changing, what is it that I can do in this moment to support me? Rather than looking so far ahead into the future and then wondering why it didn't happen, we're really being asked to stay in the present moment, because so much is shifting that even me as a reader, finding myself say a lot, that we really don't know that because we have so much free will and so much is shifting on a minute by minute basis for so many of us, that what we think we may want at one time can then shift, and then something really happens out of the blue which can really turn our whole kind of experience on its head. So try not to stay too attached to outcomes right now, but rather trust that what is happening is for our highest good. Okay, I'm sending you so much love, everyone. We're doing so great to ride this wave, and I'm really hoping that October is kinder and a bit more gentle for us, and just remembering that, we're all in this together. All of us are experiencing a little turbulence right now, but just breathe, use your breath, use your breath, use your breath. And everything will be okay. Call on the fairies, actually. Call on the fairies to lighten you up. Call on the fairies to shift your energy into more playfulness, into more joy, because doing those things really instantly raises our vibration and helps the perhaps more challenging situations open up a little bit. Perhaps we feel more inspired, or we're not so focused on the issues so much. We're focusing on the moment. So focus on the moment, go with the flow, and all will be well. Take care, everyone. Bye bye for now.